Welcome to the weekly share, Zera Shimshon. My name is Yosef Lang, if you didn't forget that. And this is from Parshas Pinchus. You know, some guys come on and they try to advertise to you, I'm really excited about this. Well, usually it's fake, but I'm really excited about this week's part. Zera Shimshon continually fascinates me, and we just learned this portion in the Malachim, me and my wife, and I'm going to share this with you. This is very interesting. It's also nagia to a lot of things in Judaism that people misunderstand. So let's go for it. This is the Kapitel Vav, the 6th Kapitel. It's, by the way, it's the 20th of Tammuz, Tafshin Pei. Okay, got that straight. The Yalkut in Tehillim and Remez Taf Ayin Vav says on the pasuk, Ze'ayim asa Hashem nagila v'nismecha bay. This is the day. This is that God made, and you should be joyous and happy in it. Omer Rabbi Abba, einanu yoidim lismayach. We don't know what to be happy about with. Im b'yayim im b'akadosh baruch. We don't know if it's the day itself we're supposed to be happy with, or we're supposed to be happy with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boy Shloimo Yupiresh. So Shloimo Melech came and explained it. Nagilo v'nismecha Bach. Bach is B'Yeshua, Bach B'Yeshuascha, Bach B'Yirascha, Bach B'Torascha. And that's a pasuk in Zera Shimshon. Omer Rabbi Yitzchak. No, this is not a pasuk, but it's a midrash Zera Shimshon Rabbah. Omer Rabbi Yitzchak, Bach is B'chaf Beis Oisiyos. Because Bach is base, and this is 2, and Chaf is a Shnayim, which is Esrim, 20. So Bach together ends up to 22. Every letter is concomitant to one numerical value in Yiddishkeit. So it goes from Aleph to Taf, right? Taf is from 1 to 9, and then Yud is 10, and the next are the tens, and it goes to the hundreds. Kuf begins the hundreds, and there's only 100, 200, 300, 400, and then the final letters are for 6, 7, 800, 900, and then it goes back to the Aleph, which is Aleph, 1,000. Okay, that's all the numbers there are in Yiddishkeit. But with those combinations, for example, the Remez and Tehillim, it comes from his Taf, Ayin Vav. Taf is 2 times 800, what's 400 and 400? 2 times 400 is 800, and Ayin Vav is 76. Okay, next. So Kasha, Ma'u Safik Jenoila Loi Pasuk Zeh. What's the doubt that came into his mind in this pasuk? Haloi Gam B'Loi Pasuk Zeh Yesh Lanu Safik. Even without this pasuk, we have a doubt. What are we supposed to be happy with? Mishum the Trei Kroi Ksiva. There's 2 psukim, and this is from the Gemara in the second parak in Beitza. Atzeres LaHashem Elokecha. That's one pasuk. Atzeres Tia Lochem. Again, it's for you. So either it's for Hashem or it's for you. Al-Karchat Tzarech Leitaretz Kedamar and Bereish Perak based is on the Beitza. It's called Maseches Yom Tov because it's talking mostly about Yom Tov. I Kerabi Eliezer. It's Kulei LaHashem. Oi Kulei Lachem. Either one way or another. You haven't got any choice. You either do Kulei LaHashem or Kulei Lachem. I Kerabi Yeshua Chalkeu Chetzi LaHashem Chetzi Lachem. If it's Rabbi Yeshua, you do half for Hashem and half for yourself. You can say the same thing with this pasuk. You don't know from the pasuk it's defined that either you're supposed to be happy with the day itself, in other words, be happy with food and drink, or you're supposed to be happy with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If it's equal, then be happy with both. The hey minay and mafkas. Oy kisvaras Rabbi Eliezer, oy kisvaras Rabbi Yeshua, or mine nesapkali. So it's either like Rabbi Eliezer, it's just kulei LaHashem, or it's kulei lachem, hechetzi lachem, like Rabbi Yeshua. V'gam le'achar shetiretz b'cha b'Yeshuascha b'cha b'Torascha. So even after he's metaretz, it's either for you in your salvation, in your Torah, or whatever. The mashma shekol simcha tzricha liyos be'akadosh baruch Hu. So it's mashma that the whole simcha should be in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's kasha bein Rabbi Eliezer bein Rabbi Yeshua. Whether it's difficult in both opinions. V'gam al pasuk atzmai kasha lama ksiv lochem. So then why does it say lochem? It's either atzeres la'Hashem alakecha or atzeres tiyeh lochem. Okay? The mashma nami lochem. Kuloi chetzer, either half or part of it, or most of it. Either like Rabbi Eliezer or Rabbi Yeshua. So what's the teretz? Yesh lamer de bishleimai. That is good. Im loy haya ksiv boy. If you hadn't written the word in the pasuk bo, elo zeh hayom asa Hashem nagilo v'nismecha. Finished. V'sulai. V'shaper matzinan lafarish nagilo v'nismecha ayker Rabbi Eliezer ayker Rabbi Yeshua. So then we could say, well, whichever one you want. Either it's like Rabbi Yeshua, but doesn't say. But the boy puts a crevice in there. Our suffix shall Rabbi Abin. The suffix of Rabbi Abin is hu mishum dechsiv. It says the word boy. It's mashma muta boy v'loy be'acher. It's only in it and not in something else. It's a mute. The tiretz shabo shlomo yupiresh. So he comes to explain that. Shlomo Melech come and explained it. Claimer the high boy einu lemayit el l'moisha kol yia beros Hashem afilu achila v'hanas aguf. So comes along Rabbi Avin and says that Shlomo is metaretz that everything, even the eating and the drinking, and the pleasures of the body have to be tia b'yirasa. It has to be with yiras Hashem. Even to somebody that's having a pleasure in his body, but he does it l'shem shamayim, nikra davuk b'HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's considered like he's davuk in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Im kein hai kra the nagila v'nismacha bach, ein lanu hechreach leimar shekach ratza davka b'HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'loi b'achila v'shtiyah. So now when it comes to the pasuk bach, nagila v'nismacha bach, it's not decided whether we should be doing it dafka with HaKadosh Baruch Hu only, or only with eating and drinking. Elo mashma nami bach birascha. Oh, bach means also in your, with your salvation, with your Torah, and with your yiras Hashem. Okay, so therefore, umishum hachi haisif Rabbi Yitzchak bach b'chaf beis aisi asher kasafta. With the 22 letters that you wrote in the Torah, like loimer she'eno elo remez ba'alma. It's only a remez. So, so now we can explain why Shlomo Melech actually explained this, why it was him and not somebody else. Not anybody else. So at the time the Beis Hamikdash was finally built by Shlomo Melech, also Shlomo Yasachag b'simcha gedola, he made this and the time of Sukkot with a great amount of simcha, ubimishtois gedolos, and great drinking parties. Shenemar says in Malachim shebeis shivas yomim v'shivas yomim arba asayim. So it explains it. It was 7 days and another 7 days, and there was 14 days altogether. And they ate on Yom Kippur that year, by the way. Okay, so Nisyare Shleima Pen Yilmedu Mimena Penei Adam Liyais Kol Hayom Leichlim B'Shaisim. So Shlomo Melech was afraid, like any other gadol would be, that maybe just so people keep going, like Achashverosh, 180 days. Why not? And they wouldn't just be eating and drinking and not. And they wouldn't be engaged in learning and davening. That's why he said the words bach. In the Zera Shimshon it says, even though at that time they ate and drank the whole day, but in another time they can do it like regular Yom Tov. They either do it completely like Rabbi Eliezer, as Kulei LaHashem, you got to sit and learn the whole day, or either like Rabbi Eliezer, learning all day, or eating and drinking all day, l'shem Hashem. But no matter what he does, Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yeshua's opinion, he has to do it b'yiras Hashem. Hashem, l'shem mitzvah, and he has to do it l'shem mitzvah. Also be shleimai, like they did it in the days of Shleimai, she'asu oisa hasudos l'shem simchas mitzvah dafke. And this week we do have a segula from the Zera Shimshon in Parshas Pinchus. This is from the first year Rabbi Nachman Seltzer's book. The Segula, it says, Rabbi Yeshua Helpern is one of the people who helps Rabbi Yisrael Zilberberg with the weekly Zera Shimshon newsletter. The young married man, Rabbi Yeshua, works in a factory that manufactures a wide range of technological items. One day, another younger man was hired and began to work there as well. Rabbi Yeshua was happy for him for having gotten a job, but he couldn't help being just a little bit surprised, knowing how difficult it was to get a job in that particular factory. A workplace with better than average conditions, which was already blessed with more workers than it needed. One afternoon, the two of them sat down to eat lunch and began conversing. "I'm very excited to be working at this factory," said the new employee. "Why is that?" I asked. "Because this is a financially solvent company and I know they will be paying my salary on time. Parnasa has been a struggle for so long and I have a feeling that things are about to change for the better and I'll be able to breathe a little easier." Rabbi Yeshua considered his new friend's words for a few seconds before saying, "If Parnasa is an issue for you, you may want to consider beginning a Seder in the Sefer Zera Shimshon. Many Yidden have found that learning this Sefer is a wonderful segula for a host of different things, and Parnasa included." "It is interesting that you should suggest that," the new worker replied. 3 weeks ago, I came across Niflois Shimshon, the weekly newsletter that's filled with Yesodos and from the Zera Shimshon for the first time. As I was reading it, I made a decision to begin learning Zera Shimshon on a regular basis. Now, you have to know something. Since I live in Be'er Sheva and this factory is close to the city, I have been trying for a half a year to get a job here. I tried many times, and every time I called and asked for an interview, I was told that they have more than enough workers and weren't looking to hire anyone. Eventually, they told me there was no reason to call anymore and that I should stop wasting my time. In an amazing turn of events, he continued, a few weeks after I began learning Zera Shimshon, my telephone rang. The caller identified himself as the foreman at the factory and asked me if I still wanted to work here. "Of course," I said, "and then come on over." And just like that, I was hired, bang, at the very place I had been trying to get a job for so long. There's no question the Zera Shimshon takes the concept of Hakaras Hatov very seriously and pays people back as soon as possible. Have a wonderful week, and may you all be blessed with much Parnasa, Revach, Hatzlala, Yeshuas, v'Nechamas. Kol Tov, sei gewünscht.